Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my lounge. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I am Berns, I'm your certified detox specialist. And this morning we are talking about consistency. Yes. Consistency is the secret sauce to your success. And it doesn't matter what we are doing, whether it is getting our health and wellness, tapping into our inner world of health and vitality with detoxing, with beautiful fruits, melons, and berries, baby, and living food, or if it is doing anything, any kind of goal that you have that you want to accomplish, anything that you want to do, you got to be consistent with it. And I know I was a little bit inconsistent this morning because I'm 30 minutes later than usual. I needed to get in a little bit more sleep, and my meditation went a little bit longer. But here I am, bouncing it up with you guys. Good morning, Cindy. Cindy says, "Good morning, everyone. How are you doing, darling? Did you have a good sleep? Did you have a good sleep? I hope you had a good sleep." So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's get this day started. I am bouncing on and just in case anybody, you're here too on the YouTube. Awesome, babe. Good morning, consciousness. Look at you up early today. I'm thinking of making a smoothie this morning. Ooh, that would be good. Wanted to show you guys what I'm bouncing on in case you're brand new, because I know you might be brand new to the Berns and this channel and this bouncing thing. What I'm on is a 38-inch wide rebounder. It's like a mini trampoline. And I don't do anything fancy. I just do this during our chatting and during when I bounce. Just do a little bounce side to side. If this is too much for you, because it might be, at first in the beginning, to be honest with you, this was too much for me. What you can do is you can just do a walking in place. As long as you're getting your body, you can even keep both of your feet right on the trampoline. As long as you're getting a little bit of a bounce and you're getting that zero force gravity, that is going to be enough to get your cardiovascular system, your lymphatic system, and your nervous system going in the morning. And that's what you want. That's why we're doing this. Because as you guys know, our 3 flows of energy in the body are super important for proper health. And those 3 flows of energy are the blood flow, the lymphatic flow, and the nerve flow. And it's something that a lot of us don't realize. As long as you get these blockages, if you have blockages in any of your aspect of your body, your heart, your blood flow, if you have a blockage in your blood flow, what happens, right? Well, if you have a blockage in your nerve flow, what happens? Those are you can kind of imagine that what would happen. If you have a blockage in your blood flow, let's say in your brain, you get a stroke. If you have a blockage in your blood flow in your heart, you have a heart attack, right? If you have a blockage in any area of your circulatory system, we can imagine and we can know what would really happen, right? It's not hard to imagine. It's not hard to imagine what would happen if you have a blockage in your nerve flow, your nervous system, right? You wouldn't have, for example, feeling or movement in part of your limbs. What happens if you get a spinal cord injury and the flow of energy from throughout your body in the nervous system? We can imagine what would happen. You might be paraplegic. You might have impairment in your nerve sensations in your body. But not too many people realize what happens when you have a blockage in your lymphatic flow, because not too many people realize the importance of and even what the lymphatic flow is. I mean, it's just evidence because we get swollen glands and we're like, what is that? Why do I have the swollen glands? I'm getting sick. I need antibiotics. We have such a disconnect from our lymphatic system. When you have a blockage in your lymphatic system, you have dis-ease in the body around that area. So it's very, very important to keep the flows of energy going. And the great way, one of the best ways to get that happening is by rebounding. It's such a good, powerful way to get this body flowing and to get the energy moving properly through those three essential energetic flows in the body. And it is really, I believe, in addition to the, powerful protocol focusing mainly on fruit juicing, tangerine juice for the win. Oh gosh. Mainly focusing on a fruit protocol because fruit is the most alkaline, the most astringent, the most hydrating for food for the body, powerful for energy, dynamic cellular energy. It is not artificial stimulant energy like meat is. By the way, I see all of your comments. Keep them coming. I decided this morning that I would make sure to get my full 15 minutes of bouncing in. So I will come back to your beautiful comments. Keep the comments, keep the questions coming. If you're brand new, let me know in the comments because I love to ring my bell for you guys. I love to ring my bell for student successes and for new students. So make sure, drop in the comments if you've had anything, if my students who've done this for a while, if you've had anything, any aha moments that have come up for you, if you've had any new successes, new realizations, maybe your bowels are moving better, maybe your kidneys have started to filter, drop that in the comments and I'll bring them up after my 15 minutes so that I can make sure I realize the last few classes, I didn't get any real bounce in. I need to go back and bounce again after class. And I'm like, oh. So we'll do that. I will put up your comments afterwards. But yes, I wanted to talk about this thing about consistency. As I laid in bed, as I woke up late, guys, I was up until 2 this morning. I couldn't stop. Dali and I went to get groceries at 10:30 last night. Thank God for Walmart being open. Got some great produce, beautiful juicing. Check it out in my stories. I took you guys with me a little bit in the stories, Facebook and Instagram. But I wanted to talk about consistency. So often we start something, right? Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you have found that being more consistent with your detox program has started to allow you to reap the rewards. Some of you are just early in the detox process. Some of you are much further down the road, much further than me. Can't remember how many days I've been doing this. Hey Siri, how many days has it been since June 1st, 2020? So 249 days ago, I started this juicing protocol, and it's very interesting with me. Consistency is not my strong suit. I mean, I could really get, I should say, with a lot of things, consistency, it's hard for me to stick with anything on a consistent basis. I don't know if that's the same for you guys. If you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to do that, but I fall off the wagon all the time, or I don't know, I get like, wah, wah, wah. That is like me with a lot of things. I'm actually quite surprised that I have been so consistent with this. But what I have found is that when you start on something and you get your roll going, you get your rhythm going, you get your routine going, and you're surrounded by a beautiful community like the one here at the Real Juicy Detox, it's just amazing how just be the thing that you do every day. And then before you know it, you have to start asking Siri how many days it's been since you started, because it's like 250? Holy crack-a-moly. That is a lot. Consistency, when you do something and you just get into a rhythm of it and you just do it and you start to do it from a place of joy and a place of, oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to getting up and opening that fridge and pulling out my fresh juice this morning and just drinking it. I'm getting excited about what's coming today with what I'm doing here with this work. It's amazing that you just get into this rhythm and this pattern. It is incredible. And when you do that, you're able to really see the benefit of what you're doing. Like you have more sustainable energy. It's not so hard. It's not so much of a challenge. You're not fighting up with yourself to really, you're not having to psych yourself up to do it. You're just like excited about it. And then what starts happening is that you start seeing the benefit of it. Let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have found being consistent with this, let me know how it has changed the game for you. Because I know that a lot of people, like I said, I don't know if this is just me, but I think it is a lot of us. We really it takes us a while to form a habit, and it takes us a while to get consistent with what we're doing, right? What do they say? It takes 21 days to form a habit. I really think it takes 21 days to just start getting used to the idea that this is my new way of being. So that is just a download that I had for you guys this morning. I want you guys to really see what you can do to stay consistent today. Don't worry about, oh my God, I've got X amount of days to go to get to the end of this juice cleanse. You know what I mean? Think of this as just everything that you do today. You're just doing this today to build up that feeling of consistent, dedicated work on yourself. Just take it from that angle. Just gonna get a little air more here on my feet because I'm feeling energetic. That's the other thing that I have found. Being consistent, let me share some of my things in case you're not quite sure how to respond to that. For me, consistency has allowed me to feel more energetic. It's allowed this process to feel more natural. It has allowed me to just settle into this new way of being in my body. It is, I just feel better inside of myself. Like I'm always scanning my body. I don't know if you guys do this either, but I scan my body kind of head to toe to kind of get a sense of what might be happening inside of my body. And Lord knows, there's a lot going on inside of our bodies that we just cannot even fathom. The workings of this body is pretty miraculous, really, when you look at it, right? But I scan my body now a lot, especially when I wake up in the morning, because I used to wake up really stiff. I used to limp when I got out of bed. I mean, this is right up until June, you guys, last year. I used to wake up in a lot of pain, headaches. I used to wake up depressed. I know for some of you who've been following me on social media for quite a while, I've been doing social media posts and different parts of my journey for like 10 years. About 10 years. And although I'm a very positive person and I'm always talking about and helping other people with mindset stuff and life coaching stuff, that doesn't mean that I didn't have my own issues and demons to work through. You know what I mean? I would wake up in the morning with a sense of dread washed over me. You guys know what that feels like, right? I'm not the only one in this, right? I used to wake up having to psych myself up. Like I would wake up in the morning and I'd be like, okay, Berns, don't think about that bill. Don't think about your bank account. Don't think about that thing that you said you would do that you just haven't been inspired or motivated enough to do it yet for somebody else. Just what are you grateful for in this moment? And it was a great practice, but I realized that I had to really work myself up into a place of gratitude. Now, when I open my eyes, I literally catch myself with a smile on my face. You know, I catch myself feeling happy upon opening my eyes. I mean, not all the time. Sometimes if I've had an intense dream, I might wake up just, woo, you know. But for the most part, when I wake up with this feeling of, I just want to put my meditation on and ease into my beautiful day. Not because I'm trying to affect a change in my body or in my mind, but because I just feel excited to do a meditation because I'm happy. I don't have to do a meditation to get in a happy state. I'm in a happy state, so I want to do a meditation. And I know that a big part of this has everything to do with the type of energetics that I'm putting into my body on a daily basis. I know that a lot of this has to do with divine, alive, living, vibrant food that I'm choosing to nurture and nourish my body with. You know, consistency over 249 days. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not saying that I won't ever at any point in time struggle. Yeah, sometimes I'm like sitting on the couch feeling bored. Usually that's when this strikes, and I feel like, oh my God, I want something decadent to eat. Oh, what can I eat? You know what I mean? I usually just sit with it. I let it pass. I get up and I eat something raw in this beautiful raw kitchen, and I just keep on moving. And I find that that really helps. It's consistency. Consistently putting one foot in front of the other. Consistently, one sip at a time, baby. That's how you get this job done. And I just wanted to remind you guys that you're doing it. Even if you fall off the wagon here and there, which quite honestly, I'm literally surprised that I have not fallen off the wagon, air quotes. But it's because I have beautiful food that can substitute for those decadent treats that maybe I would be craving. You know what I mean? Not saying that I won't fall off the wagon. I'm saying that every single day, I'm going to put that next foot in front of the other. Every single day, I'm going to buy more fruits when I need to. Every single day, I'm going to make sure that I go to bed with a liter, at least a liter of my juice for the next day to start my day so that I don't even have to think about it. Every single day. One step at a time. Let me go in reverse on the comments now. Good morning, Courtney. I hope you're doing well, my friend. How are you? Are you enjoying this winter weather we're getting now? I love, love, love the snow, Courtney. I don't know about you. Good morning, Rockstar Louise. Good morning, everyone. Feeling a little stiffness this morning, but pushing through and bouncing. Yep. Good for you, my friend. Little stiffness is normal. It happens. It's part of detox. It's that area loosening up, the lymphatic stagnation. Our body is going to show us where we are most stagnant with all of that, right? I'm going in reverse order here. What helps me get out of bed is thinking how I get to make my delicious juices. It truly empowers me, right, Karen? It's like we got a bunch of juice. We got a case of I think it's 6 pineapples. Oh my gosh, Walmart had those gigantic big red grapefruits that I got at Zehrs a couple of days ago. Remember I showed you, I took you guys in my stories. You guys got to be following my Insta and Facebook stories, by the way, because I take you shopping with me. I show you the behind the scenes of what happens outside of class time. And I got the big ones again well, let me show you what one of them looks like. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Yeah, look at the size of these beautiful grapefruits. Isn't that gorgeous? And they're red grapefruits. They're the red ones, you guys. I got these at Zehrs a few days ago for $2 each, and at Sobeys, sorry. And I was just like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to go looking around for citrus today. Let me just buy them. $2 a piece. Okay, it'll be worth it. $1 each, and we cleaned them out. I took all 20 of the grapefruits, but I'm going to be going back to get more so that I can freeze them as well after I juice them. It feels so empowering, right? Yes, actually, I'm going to go back up to the top because I know conversations build on each other. Let's see. Got to get the mulks though. I finally got a blender. Berns, where's the bell? Oh my gosh. There's your bell, darling. There's your bell. Good job. Good job. Blenders are so good. So what kind of smoothie are you going to make? What you making today, babe? What you making? Good morning, y'all, says Duda. Good morning, Duda. You're here. Duda, we're getting lots of snow today. Nothing like Dawn and Ron snow, okay? Nothing like 3 feet of snow, but the snow is coming down. Dali went out to shovel. He's doing his shoveling job today, his snow removal contract, and he's loving it. Good morning. I bounced already, but I can never get enough of you. Oh, I love you so much, Karen. Thank you. So give your love. Give a big hug and a kiss to Demetra when you see her, okay? Tell her that Bern says hello and that I love her. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Good morning, Amy. I hope you had a good sleep. Made a buckwheat and quinoa salad for lunch while catching up on evening class, which was amazing as always. Thank you so much, Judah. Post your buckwheat and quinoa salad. We want to see it. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you're not in our Facebook group, you should come over to our Facebook group. The link is in the description of this video. It is so amazing how many incredible detox friendly raw recipes, and some slightly cooked. That's fine. 20% cooked is totally fine as long as you're cooking alkaline food. But it is so incredible to see you guys and all of the recipes that you are sharing. It is, when you realize that there are so many beautiful options for eating clean, living, or lightly cooked, beautiful alkaline food, and that it is supporting your detox so that you're not swinging from one extreme to the next. You're not doing a big juice detox, swinging back to the standard American diet, the SAD diet. Oh, let's go on to our juicing. And then we swing back to eating all the crap that we used to eat, right? It's so beautiful to know that we don't have to do that pendulum swing, that we can always stay in the alkaline side of life. So Duda, post your recipes because everyone is loving the recipes. And yes, evening class was amazing. We talked all about sugar and carbs. We talked about being triggered by other people who are, in our life or on our newsfeed who are, just we get triggered. We all get triggered. So that was an amazing class. And what I'm finding is that these classes are so powerful. There's so much, every single one has meaty content, has juicy content. There we go, Berns. Every one of these classes has such beautiful, juicy content that, they're all standalone, which is also great. You can watch any one of the classes and feel like, it's not like you have to have watched all 300 other videos in order to be up to speed for this video. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've done over 300 live videos since October 18th, which was 110 days ago. Almost three every single day. Crazy. I have yeast, so very bad in my female parts. What can I do for this? Malvina. Okay, babe. Well, number one, the diet, right? When we switch to an alkaline fruit-based diet, we cut out all of the food supply for the candida or the yeast. That's number one. So you're on the right track with that. Heal all tea, baby. Heal all tea all the way home. And if you cannot get Dr. Morris's Heal All Tea himself from him, you can make it by ordering your herbs locally. Malvina, have you seen the Heal All, the Detox 103 class where we made the Heal All Tea? So get yourself some Heal All Tea. Number one, drink it, sip it. That's going to soothe and help all of your candida. It's going to do a good job drinking it, but using it internally as a douche. So you make some of the Heal All Tea, You use it internally, you know, like when you do a douche, when you rinse out the vaginal area with water, or with, you know, they sell the douches where they have all kinds of stuff in it. Do it with the Heal All tea. Dr. Morse recommends doing it in a bathtub, laying down in the bathtub and sort of getting your hips like propped up so that they're a little bit higher. Do the douche, let it sit in there for a while, and then let it go out. And then do that again several times. You do that, your yeast will be gone, baby, gone, 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 gone. You can also do the Parasite M formula with Dr. Morris. And I'm not going to do it today. I think we'll do that on Monday. We'll talk about, in Monday's class, we'll do a master class on how to actually break down any one of Dr. Morris's formulas into a recipe so that you can know exactly how much. But this is the Coles Notes version, okay? This is the Reader's Digest or the short form version of that class. If you have 10 herbs listed on his ingredient list, the ones at the top are going to be the most concentrated. So maybe, and if you're doing assume a ratio of 5 portions, right? The top 2 would be a ratio of 5. And your ratio number is whatever unit of measurement you choose for the tea. I recommend doing it by weight. So let's say and then you have to assume what is your unit of measure going to be. If I order a quarter of a pound of my herbs, that's how my herbal supply company sells them. Quarter of a pound, half a pound, 1 pound. I usually order a quarter of a pound at a time because it's more economical, and I don't need a whole pound. I don't need to make a gigantic year's batch at a time. You take a quarter of a pound of one herb, and that is 5 units. Make that your 5 units. A quarter of a pound divided by 5 works out to 22 grams. So 1 unit is 22 grams. So the top two ingredients, if you have 10 herbs, for example, the top 2 would be a ratio of 5. The next 2, for example, you can mix this around. It doesn't have to be exact. They're herbs. It doesn't it doesn't really matter you don't have to be too worried that it's not exactly exact. But this is what Dr. Morris's office told me to do to help you guys, my awesome, amazing, juicy detox students and clients, how to make their own tea. The top 2 would be a ratio of 5. Then the following 2 might be a ratio of 4, 3, 2, and 1. You get that, you mix it up, you make yourself your tea. You can grind that up as well, make yourself some capsules. There you go. So if you don't have access to his stuff, let's say for Parasite M, Parasite M is for Candida, yeast. It's for the microorganisms that we have an overgrowth of because of the acid residue in our body, right? So you can make up your tea, you can make up your capsules, you're doing that, and that's what we did with the Heal All tea. So the Heal All tea, definitely what you want to be doing and douching with, but you're doing such a good job. And good morning. Hey, Cindy, hopefully this weekend I'll have some time to chat. I'll text you. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, empowerment, baby. Empowerment. Good morning again, Courtney. Barbara, good morning. Just curious, has anyone heard of a test called Meta-Oxy that tests the health of our cellular cells? It's testing how much whatever is in our urine, how much inflammation we have in our cells. You know, I have not heard of that. I would be just cautious of all of this need to test and to, I mean, listen, if you want to go, this is just my personal opinion and you can take it for what it's worth, for what you paid for it, 0. You know, in my free opinion I'm giving you here. But this is my opinion based on what my experience of having cancer for 9 years and being tested up the wazoo every 3 months for 9 years. This is my opinion. Don't be so concerned and need to have knowing all of these. Oh, I need to know how much inflammation is in my body. You know how much inflammation is in your body. You can feel it. You know, if you have brain fog, if you have any symptoms that we ever talk about, everything is a symptom of acidosis and a symptom of inflammation. Just get down to business. Assume you have a lot of it, you know, assume you've got a lot, and get down to business to get that inflammation down by keeping out all of the acid forming food. Because remember, what is inflammation? It's more important to me, I feel, for us to focus on understanding what inflammation is, how we generate it in our body, and what we need to do to address it from the cause. Yes, you've got inflammation. Yes, we all have inflammation in our body. How do you know how much inflammation you've got? Well, how do you feel? How's your pain level? How is your weight? Because inflammation for a lot of people shows up as excess weight. What is inflammation anyhow? Inflammation in the body, all inflammation in the body. I don't care if it's meningitis, that you have an inflammation of your nervous system and your brain stem. It doesn't matter if you have arthritis, which or water or bursitis or gout or excess weight or heartburn or anything like that. It's all caused from inflammation. And what causes inflammation? Acidosis. Inflammation is the body's natural immune response. Its natural response to having an acid environment. And the way to take care of it, more importantly than getting a test to see how much it is and then being all worried about that number and blah, 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 blah. What's more important is addressing the inflammation from the cause. And the cause of all inflammation in the body is acidosis and toxicity. They both create each other. Acidosis creates toxicity in the body. Toxicity in the body creates acidosis in the body. And the best way to take care of acidosis in the body is to stop eating the things that cause us to have more acid ash residue once our food is metabolized. How do you know what that food is? Well, we had our acid and alkaline food list. Let me show that to you guys again. And you just go after it from that point of view. If you go after anything in the body from the cause, from what causes it, you're going to be able to heal it. Doctors don't know and don't deal with the cause of your inflammation. They just deal with, oh, you got inflammation. Have this diuretic, take this medication, take that steroid. They don't know for some reason. They don't get it. For some reason, they don't understand that chemistry within the body is going to fall on two sides. Your body, everything, chemistry, there's only two sides of chemistry, acid and alkaline. All dis-ease in the body happens under an acid sky. All health and vitality happens under an alkaline sky. For some reason, they're somewhat clued out about that. But thank God we're not relying on these doctors and these tests and all of this stuff to help us heal our bodies. So I haven't heard of that test. I don't really recommend going out and getting a lot of testing done because, that's a lot of money-making capital venture stuff that the medical community wants you to rely on to make their money, to give you a diagnosis, and to give you medicine. I just don't think it's useful. How much whatever is in our urine. What you want to do is you want to look at your urine every day and see how much sediment is in your urine. That's the kind of test you want to do. That's the kind of test that you can do using your eyeballs and a glass jar every single day. It costs nothing and it gives you the perfect, most ideal way to understand what is happening in your body regarding cleaning out the acidosis, the acid residue from around ourselves, the metabolic waste, dumping that out through the kidneys but via the urine. That's the urine test that you want to do, and that's the urine test that you can do right in your own home. I recommend it. I do it every single day myself. I want to see how much is my body filtering out the acid ash residue that has caused the cancer, that has caused all of the inflammation, all of the problems in my body. I don't care if it's allergies or if it's cancer or if it's colitis or if it's fungus in your big toenail, it's all caused by the same thing. Everything is caused in the body by acidosis and toxicity, and it's compromised and it's affected as well by damaged, weak tissue that we have inherited or that we might have gotten from an external trauma. I hope that that helps, babe. Pee in a jar, that's the only urine analysis you need to do. No joke, no joke. Because once you get your kidneys filtering, your body is showing you that your protocol is indeed cleaning you out on an interstitial, cellular, deep tissue level. RM, hey RM, welcome to class. Are you new? I think you're new. Welcome, 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 RM. We're so happy that you are here. Welcome to class. How much organic do you do? Not much. Not much because, well, some things I do organic. When I can find organic and it is reasonably priced, then I will buy organic. But in terms of juicing, not very much. It's just not that readily available. I would love it if it were more available. I would love it if I had the type of bank account that could buy just organic. If you're having something like a grapefruit, and listen, organic tastes better because it is just better, okay? But if you don't have access to organic, don't let that stop you from doing this protocol, because what's your alternative? Not having it. This used to be my mentality or my thinking around organic versus not organic. And before I went into this, before I started this juicing, I used to think, well, what's the point of eating organic? I can't afford it. It's like, is it even really a thing? I thought it was a scam, to be honest with you. And then I realized that it's not a scam, but the prices can sometimes be a little ridiculous. So when you have something like a grapefruit, first of all, you're cutting off all of the external hard, thick-ish skin where you might have had some pesticide sprayed, etc. You ideally want to eat as organic as possible. How much organic do I do? Nothing in my grocery from yesterday was organic, except for no, nothing. I didn't get any organic yesterday, and I got enough food, fruit, and vegetables and so on for 3 or 4 days. I wish it would be 100%, but that's just not my reality. Don't let that stop you from doing this beautiful protocol. Banana smoothie, and I want to make some callaloo. Ooh, yes, you can make a raw callaloo. Callaloo is like a spinach type soup. Spinach is the best way to describe it. It's like a green leafy, it's actually the leaf of a dasheen root vegetable, but we use the leaf. Kind of like kale, but not the same as kale. Kind of like collard greens, but not really like collard greens, but it's a green, dark green leafy vegetable, and we make callaloo using that leaf and okra and some pumpkin. And I think you can probably, you know what I would do? You don't have a dehydrator as yet, consciousness, but what I would maybe do is freeze the dasheen bush, freeze it, and then take it out, and it will be softer. It's almost like, it wilts a little bit. You can add some lemon juice beforehand to kind of cook that down with the acid from the lemon, and then blend it up and make yourself a raw callaloo. That would be something I would probably want to try. Thank you, babe. We'll keep posting the recipes. We do expect some snow tomorrow as well. Funny thing, broke my tooth this morning on a buckwheat cracker. What? Holy crackamole. Girl, trip to the dentist is next week. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What is the best anti-inflammation juice? Any special fruit? Hey, Sherry. Well, any fruit is going to be anti-inflammatory because it's alkaline and it is hydrating. Whenever you can infuse your body with alkalinity and hydration combined, plus the energetics of the fruit, you are going to be in the best anti-inflammatory juice possible. But the highest, most detoxifying, most electric form of fruit juice cleansing is lemon juice and grape juice. So if you are Dr. Morse recommends a grape juice protocol if you've got a really serious condition and you need to get to work now. You need to get this thing gone. You need to, if you've got any neurological issues going on, like MS or meningitis or anything like that, you want to have a high detox, highly amplified electric detox. But any juice, citrus, amazing. Citrus will work on your bowels like crazy. Anti-inflammatory for real. All the fruits are good. Watermelon is exceptional. Very powerful juice. Pick a juice that you love and do a mono juice cleanse on it. That is going to be extremely anti-inflammatory, meaning just drinking that juice for a period of time. I hope that helps. Hello, Dipka. So glad that you are here. Welcome. You are new as well. Welcome to class, my friend. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you are here. So great to have you. We love having our new students pop up. Yes, I have Heal All Tea. I got a pound of each herb to make it by myself. Drink it a lot through the day. So douching with that, get that into your vaginal canal and get that area soothed, and let us know how that goes, because that is going to help immensely. I have a lot of Dr. Morse tinctures. Okay, excellent. Yes, good morning, Crystal. I love lemons, but how do you use them for a juice fast? Do you dilute it with water? Yes, Dr. Morse has a recipe in his book. Let me just grab it. It's right here. He's got the recipe here. You make a lemonade, basically. And I believe it is... Let me just get it out because I don't want to give you the wrong recipe. I've done it. It's not my favorite. It's very astringent and very powerful. Here we go. 2 great juice fasts. The lemonade fast. How to make lemonade. Here we go. Do you got a pencil? 2 tablespoons. This is if you're making it by the glass, and then I'll give you the recipe for the larger amount. 2 tablespoons of lemon or lime juice, approximately half a lemon. Add in 1/2 to 3/4 tablespoon of genuine maple syrup, not maple flavored syrup, just genuine pure maple syrup. And then a pinch of cayenne pepper, which is optional. Or where is for a full quart of lemonade, which is what we usually do, right? Because we make it in big batches when we do stuff. 10 cups of distilled water. Oh, sorry, that individual size serving, you would combine that with 10 ounces of water. But if you're doing a big batch, like if you're doing a batch and you want to do this, you want to drink solely this juice. 10 cups of distilled water, 1.5 cups of fresh lemon juice, 1/2 cup of pure maple syrup. Shake well and refrigerate. How to take the lemonade. Drink this lemonade as much and as often as you want, but drink only this lemonade, not no other food or drinks. This juice fast can be done for 1, 2, 3, or up to 10 days easily. What honey would work? Maple syrup, ew. Freaking love maple syrup. What you talking about, Willis? But hey, not everybody likes the same things, right? So you can use honey. You can use, if you're okay with the with using honey, because some people aren't. Some people who are ethical vegans think that is not ethical to use. But if that is not something that is your slant, then you can use honey. I don't judge. Whatever you want to do, honey is fine for me. But if you want, you can do agave syrup. You can do honey. You can do, you can just, some people don't put any sweetener at all. You can, so, but that's what I would do. I would use a little bit of sweetener. So again, that's 10 cups of distilled water, 1.5 cups of fresh lemon juice, half a cup of pure maple syrup, or um, if you're a freak like Crystal and don't like maple syrup, what you talking about, Willis? Remember that? You can use agave or another sweetener of your choice. All right. Hey, Talia and Aubrey here. Good morning, Aubrey. So glad that you are here. And yes, Dipka is new to the class. Oh my gosh, we are so happy that you are here, Dipka. You are awesome. Thank you so much. So are you, babe. So are you. So are you. Yes, Talia. Talia is here with her beautiful daughter, Aubrey. Aubrey is here. Aubrey is 7 years old, one of our youngest class members. Welcome, Aubrey. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hope you're having a great day. Oh my goodness, it's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Crystal's a freak. You know, who doesn't like maple syrup? Have you ever had pure Canadian maple syrup? Pure Canadian, and this came up in one of the discussions somewhere. Somebody was asking, whoa, 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 maple syrup, that is processed, that is cooked, that's not good. Maple syrup, literally in Dr. Morse's recommendation for his lemonade, there's nothing wrong with maple syrup. We need to get out of certain phobias around things, right? Maple syrup, yes, it is processed. Yes, it is cooked. It is not processed like refined sugar is processed. And it's one of the things that I do allow into my, it's one of my allowances. I have non-negotiable things that I do not, it's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, if that's in it, not eating it. Thank you so much, but no thank you. And that includes meat, all animal products, including fish, chicken, poultry, eggs, all of that stuff. No dairy. I'm done with dairy. Oh, baby, I'm done with dairy. 100%. No grains, no rice, no flour, no oatmeal, none of those things, because they're very, very, very high complex carbohydrates, lots of polysaccharides, and they leave behind a huge acid hit in the body with carbonic acid. You're so welcome, Dipka. You're so welcome. Have to go. Have a lovely day, everyone. Have a beautiful day, babe. We're going to be heading out soon here, too. My other non-negotiables, no beans. Nope. No rice. Obviously, that's also a grain. Very, very, very high complex carbohydrates. No soy. Although I do have, sometimes I use a little bit of non-GMO tamari sauce in some of my recipes now, because it's the genetically modified organisms in most soy products. And if it's got soy on the label, they are not using non-GMO stuff. But if it's non-GMO soy in small amounts, not a problem. I don't have that in large quantities, and I don't use that often. What are the other things that I think those are my non-negotiables. Those are my non-negotiables. Basically, every single thing I was eating up until right before I started doing this, like literally. I was a white flour, white processed carbohydrate, white everything, or brown, brown gravy, brown meat, all of that kind of stuff kind of person before. I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. And now I'm waking up energetic. I'm waking up happy. I don't have the crazy swing of moods. I'm more balanced. My blood sugar levels are amazing. My inflammation in my body is down. My bowels move 5 times a day. Yes, my bowels are finally not constipated, and not 5 times a day with distress. I don't go to the bathroom and it's not a distressing thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, non-negotiables. But maple syrup is one of the things that are one of my things that I allow into my diet that I'm totally fine with. I do the occasional cooked food. I do the occasional cooked corn meal, actually, and that is very occasional. And other than that, I pretty much focus on fruits, melons, and berries, baby. Get this job done because it's delicious. And it is literally the source of fuel that our creator designed to be in our body to run our bodies. Beautiful life. And Alana says, got to get this man out of bed and ready for work. Snowed again last night, so we're going to have to shovel again. Oh my gosh. Alana, with your shoulders, you guys take it easy. See you in noon class. Love you all. Keep it juicy, baby. Yes, indeed. Are peas okay to eat? Yes. Yes, you are definitely okay with eating peas. Yeah, peas are good. Anything that is living that comes off of a plant is pretty much good. Pretty much good. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to jump in the shower. I think today in class, I want to make kale chips. Yes! Who wants kale chips? Who wants kale chips? I used to make kale chips in the oven, and I would make them. They would be so good, I'm telling you. Oh, baby, they were so, so, so good. I used to bake them, and I used to have Parmesan cheese on them at the end. And we're not doing the Parmesan cheese, but we are going to do kale chips, and we're not doing them in the oven. We're going to do them in the dehydrator. I point that way because that's where my dehydrator is. That's where the kitchen is. And we're going to I'm going to do a quick little research on some different kale chip recipes. And I got 2 huge bunches of kale, so we're going to do that. Amy loves kale chips. Me. Cindy says, yeah, baby, kale. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Sabrina, oh, thanks, Sabrina. You, Berns Bedard, are so incredibly amazing. Sharing your detox lifestyle, that is pure and alive. Thanks, babe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I made them yesterday. Oh my gosh. Amy, what was your recipe? What did you put on it? I know I used to do this before. I'm going to prep the kale. How long did they take in your dehydrator? I have so many questions. What recipe did you use? I can't wait to make it. I'm really excited. I'm going to wash all the kale before class so that I get that part of it done. And I'm going to pat them dry, and I'm going to prepare just the kale. I'm just going to show you how to prepare the kale. But I'm going to pre-prepare a lot of it because, that might take a while. But how did you make it? What was your recipe? Let me know before we go. Let me know before we go. Oh, and you're so welcome, Sabrina. I don't want to just breeze right over that that beautiful acknowledgement. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There's so many of us out here that need what we're doing here to really help them with turning around your health. And I so realize that. And I feel very grateful and very blessed that I have the platform and the ability and the consciousness and awareness of how to share this with you guys. It's not for everybody. I get that. There are a lot of people that I know and love that would really benefit from this that have zero interest in it, and that is okay. And then I also know that there's a lot of people out there that are watching, that are doing it, but that aren't commenting and aren't saying anything, and that is okay too. And then I know that there are a lot of people out here that are watching it and are thinking about, all right, okay, I know I should do it. All right, I know. And I hopefully am making an impact for you guys to see that it's not hard to do, and it doesn't mean that you're weird, although a lot of people think that I'm weird, and that's okay. I'm okay in my weirdness. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that you acknowledge it and that you can see it. I am sharing. This is how I feed my body. This is what food we have in the house. We don't bring any other food into the house. We actually cleared out our entire deep freeze of all of the meat that we used to have in it. And it feels just good. It feels good on so many levels to live this lifestyle and to share it with you. So I will continue to do that. Okay, Amy, you were talking, I made them. Okay, the garlic sauce. Oh, only 2 hours? So if I put a batch in real quick, I can get a sampling batch in time for the start of class. Class is going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've changed it from noon because I need a little bit of extra time. You know, I want to sit down and watch the rest of Don and Ron's video from last night. It was so good. Oh my gosh, if you guys haven't seen it, in the description of this video on YouTube, go and watch Don and Ron Grayson. They are amazing. So I think maybe 3 hours, not long at all. Okay, good to know. My sister's ankle swells so bad, she retains water bad. She works at Walmart, so she is on her feet all day. She's on night shift. What can she do? I told her to follow you. What can she do is start keeping out all the acid forming food and put in all the alkaline forming food. Pretty simple. She should come to class. If possible, she should watch Detox 101 because that explains everything that you need to know about the process. And then she can come to class, but she's got to transform her diet from acid forming food to alkaline forming food. Super simple. Start adding in more raw, start adding in more fresh, vibrant fruit, start adding in more vegetables, start transitioning out of that standard American lifestyle, that standard American diet lifestyle. That's the best thing that she can do. Cashew, pine nuts, garlic, onion powder, lemon juice, pink salt, water. Right. So you use the cashew garlic sauce. Okay, good to know. Good to know. That was my version. Didn't use anything else, and they came out good. I was surprised too. I thought it would take 12 hours, but they were crispy at about 3 hours. Oh, baby. So what time is it now? 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. By 1:30, we should be able to take them out, but I'll get them in the oven at 11 o'clock, 12, 1, 2. So in the middle of class, as we're making I could be putting what we make during class time into the dehydrator, and just like the magic of TV, bring out the dehydrator of it already done. Okay, I'm going to whip up a quick batch because that's easy. I have my Trini garlic sauce. What did I make? Did I use cashews to make the Trini garlic sauce? Yeah, I use the cashew butter, the cashew version to make my latest version. I have a whole bottle of that. Bada bing, bada boom. And during class, we can also make the cashew garlic sauce from scratch again. Okay, so today's class, we're going to be making the cashew garlic sauce recipe, and we are going to make the kale chips, y'all. Yes, it's going to be fun. Make sure you guys come back 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Same bat time, same bat channel, you guys. I am excited. Oh my gosh. These kale chips are so addictive and they're so good for you. So if you feel like you're missing that crunchy, munchy chip kind of, nom, 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 you know, that savory munch, you're going to be loving this. I know I had to make these when I used to do them a long time ago in the oven. I had to make them in such large quantities because my family would eat them before, like as they came out of the oven. So we're going to make that today. Come back. I'll see you guys here. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this work for yourself so that you can be happy and healthy and to share it with the people around you that you love. You don't have to convince the family members around you to go raw and to do your journey and to do your healing protocol. But if you are making food for your family, make vibrant living food because that is just going to make them feel better. If they're going to want snacks, make stuff like the kale chips. If they're going to want bread, make stuff like the bagels and the raw vegan bread that we've been making. And slowly they'll start coming around. They'll be like, oh, this actually tastes really good. Hold on a minute. I feel better when I eat this food too. So come back. We'll see you guys real soon. I'm excited for today, you guys. Kale chips on the way. I love you. I'll see you soon. Mwah.